What if I told you that you would be able to try out my Randall Satan 50 using a free plugin today? Today I'm trying out the Neural Amp Modeler. It's an open source plugin created by Steve Atkinson. In short, the Neural Amp Modeler is a modeler, basically, where you can model gear, amplifiers, pedals, whatever you want, cabs even. It's basically taking what, Neural DSP and Kemper and, Tonix, IK Multimedia are doing, putting it into a plugin of its own and make it open source. So it's basically free to use. So it's free for you and me, and we can create a library together. That sounds pretty fair, right? And the modeling is basically the same as in, Quad Cortex and the Kemper units, where it's using, it's comparing audio files of a reamped audio file and a DI, and basically it's making using algorithmic processing to make a profile out of this. So I decided to model my Randall Satan 50 watt for you guys to be able to try out at home today. How about that? I was using the Mesa Boogie cab clone to get a clean DI signal from the amplifier, like the amplifier output basically that you would normally connect to a cabinet. With the cab clone, I can get a raw signal going from the amplifier to my audio interface, and I reamp this mumbo jumbo track that I downloaded from the Neural Amp Modeler website. And I brought out my laptop, my PC laptop as well, because you need a GPU basically to do all the processing of this, or you can do it on a Mac as well, but the GPUs for PCs are just better built to make all these calculations and all that. So I brought out this, I made a model on this, but now I'm playing it on my Mac. And this is the sound. That's the profile right there. I think it sounds very good. And this is this very, very simple layout of the plugin. I can't even make it bigger. It's very small. But you have the profile loaded in right here. It's called Model. I'm not exactly sure how to name it. I'll see if I can name it before I make it downloadable in the description of the video. Where I load up the model right there, and then I have an impulse response. And I'm using one of my own, the one impulse response that's available on oldlanguageshop.com, by the way. But you can use whatever impulse response you want. There's so many free ones out there, man. You can just Google free impulse response. There you go. But for this particular demo, I'm using one of my own impulse responses. It has a built-in noise gate, as you can see, which is very good because otherwise it sounds like this. And you also have a normalize option, which I'm using, where it's basically just pushing the volume, the output volume. And then you also have an EQ as well. Obviously, when I capture my amplifier, I have a set EQ on the amplifier, and that's like the main modeling tone right there. But then you can also use the included bass, middle, treble, and to dial in a little bit according to your satisfaction. Pretty basic EQ. But to be the closest to the real profile or model that I made, shut off the EQ. That sounds pretty gnarly to me, man. So how close does it actually get to the real amplifier being connected straight into my audio interface? I did this clip for you right here. Let's listen. What did you think? I think it was pretty similar. There is definitely a little bit of a difference in the response, just as it is with the other, modelers that I've tried. But I think it's for the reason when you're trying to model something that's really, really high gain, that it's just not, modeling properly or proper. But I still think it's very, very close. And for paying absolutely nothing, it's as close as you get for free to this. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to show, really. I think this plugin is definitely gonna change a little bit in the business right there. Being free and all and, open source, it's gonna put a lot of pressure on the brands of making, really competitive products, because on the software side now, we're good to go. This is really good. The only advantage that the brands like Quad Cortex and Neural DSP and Tonix and all that, the only advantage that those guys have is that they have it in a hardware box. But if you're just sitting by your desk and you want to use a cool sound in a mixer or something like that, or sit and play with your computer, I mean, you don't need anything else. You need a good audio interface. And there's already a bunch of models out there. Before I leave, I want to try something else. Here's a 6505 with my impulse response, of course. And here's an XXX. Yeah, man, I think it sounds good. When it comes to modeling and using this type of technique, like all the brands are doing, I think they're very close, but it gets tougher and tougher the more gain you're using on your amplifier or through your rig, basically. The results are usually better the less gain you have on the amplifier. I did another capture where I had an overdrive into the Satan, and it didn't really match up that well. This, when I just went straight into the Satan, the model matched up really, really good. If you want to try out this model, I will put a link to the Neural Amp Modeler website down there. I'm also going to put the model, the Satan 50, down there as well, that you can download and use for yourself. The impulse response you can get from oldlanguageshop.com. That's not free, by the way. You have to buy that. But there's so many other free impulse responses on there, man. So there you go. That's my little video for you right there. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.